Welcome to another edition of the Online Zone right here on Card Player TV. I'm your host, Julio Rodriguez, and we are joined by Anthony holdplz Spinella. Anthony, how are you doing?
Good, how are you?
Great. I see you're celebrating a little bit.
A little bit. Came back from a concert last night, and now I'm hanging out at some charity function, enjoying some daytime drinking.
Gotcha. Now, I want to give the audience a little bit of a rundown of your accomplishments. In 2007, you finished second in the Sunday Million. And then in 2008, you had one of the sickest summers. You won the Monday 1K. You won the Sunday 750K on full tilt, for a combined, 250 grand or so. And then this year, you finally turned 21. You get second in the Sunday Second Chance. You make tons of final tables in the Sunday 500, the rebuys all over the place, and then you make your first big live score at the Bellagio Cup. Is that safe to say that pretty much surmises your career?
Yeah, for the most part. Yeah. The bigger, yeah, I guess so.
I mean, it must be nice to just turn 21 and already have $1 million in career earnings.
Well, yeah, it has been nice. It's been really nice. I've been really fortunate. I ran really well in 2008. I mean, unfortunately, the last 8 months haven't been the same, but no big deal.
All right, so for those that don't know, why don't you give us a recap of how you got into poker?
It's pretty much just older brother syndrome. My older brother used to just play home games and then played on party a little. And then I guess I would be a little degen and play on his account and lose a bunch of money. And I don't know, I just had a passion and drive for the game. And I would play family home games, and then I really wanted to get better and stuff. And I don't know, I just started depositing online, and I got into MTTs, and then I guess I ran well, and then I don't know, just kept playing and stuff, and I don't know, things went well.
So is it safe to say that you have surpassed your brother by now in terms of ability?
Yeah, a long time ago. It's just in poker, though. I mean, he's way smarter than me. He'd probably be way better than me at the game, but
gotcha.
He hasn't had time for me to teach him yet. So
yeah, you got to get that in the compliment in there, also kick your ass, right?
Yeah.
All right. So now, as far as your setup goes, I know you live in New York. Is that where you're going to school?
I went to the school in Maryland for a year, and then I transferred to SUNY Albany, and I went there for a semester. And then the last night before my last final of the first semester, I took second in $1 million. And 2 weeks before that, I upped my roll from barely anything to $30K. And then I won a live package, and I came back. It was 2 weeks into the second semester, and I still wasn't enrolled in classes. So my advisor suggested I probably shouldn't go to school. I was going to anyway, but then I won another package. And so then I decided I'll just take off a semester and travel and play poker. And that kind of kept happening. I would win packages, and so I'll take off another semester. And then now I live upstate New York in a college town, but that's just because some of my friends go there and I just hang out with them and kind of pretend I go to school, but just hang out.
So school's not in the future if you keep winning these satellites.
I mean, it could be. Yeah, I mean, I want to go back to school. It's just really difficult to, my mom wants me to go back. She talks about it constantly. But it's just difficult when I want to travel. I don't know. It's a big conflict, and I don't want to not travel when it's a fun time and, these big tourneys that I want to play in.
So you said your mom gives you a little hell for, dropping out of school. Does she support your poker?
She's happy for me, but she's constantly asking when I'm are you going to go back? And she wants me to go back. And I'm sorry, would you ask?
Well, do your parents just get it? Do they understand what it's all about, or do they think you're just some lucky kid playing who doesn't know any better?
No, they definitely understand it, and they appreciate it, and they're very happy for me. My dad's also way supportive, and so is my mom. She just wants me to go back to school because I don't know, she's just that way. A lot of moms are like that.
Yeah, I would assume
but
so.
They definitely get the whole concept and how it works for me and stuff.
Now you just turned 21 on June 3rd, is that right?
Mhm.
You celebrate big in Vegas?
I actually didn't. I celebrated the night before in my hometown, and then I missed my flight the next morning, and then I was like 7 hours behind schedule, and I got to Vegas, and I got to my house, which ended up being like 30 minutes away from the Strip, and I just kind of laid low and didn't do much, just kind of settled in at home, and I don't know.
Well, who'd you spend the summer with? I'm assuming you got a house full of poker players.
Yeah, I had a house. It was with St. Paul 111 and Kay Cannon.
Okay, Kyle and Scott.
That was for Kyle Cannon, and that was for the month of June. And then in July, for like a week, I stayed with Drift DC5, Frank 101 Tank, and Gray 31, and their other friends. And then I just stayed at the Bellagio a couple days while in the WPT.
Well, since you brought it up, let's talk about the Bellagio main event. Now, I mean, in the early days, you pretty much dominated. You were near the chip lead or at it for quite a while, and then your last day came around. You ended up finishing in 11th, which is pretty close to a WPT final table.
What
happened?
And hand grenades, though. Well, throughout the tournament, I mean, day one, I just kind of coasted through. Nothing much happened. I ended up at like 70K. And day two, Isaac Haxton, was on my left, which was the worst thing in the world. But I ended up winning a huge flip against him for like 140K, nines against ace king. And I didn't get put in many hard spots. And then day three came, or 3 or 4, probably day 4, and I was second in chips, and I got into this ridiculously unfortunate spot against Adele, like the worst spot. Like it was pretty simple, but at the same time, just everything about the hand was a huge disaster. And I went from second in chips to short. I don't know, not too short. I still had 40 big blinds plus, but I just kind of ran card dead and got down to like 20 big blinds and then less, and then I just shoved the threes over a cutoff raise, and all in Gomes 10 called with ace-9, and I lost the flip on the river, and that's that.
You pretty happy with your result, though?
No, I'm hugely disappointed. I mean, it's good because I went like 0 for 17 at the series, or at like between the series and Bellagio and Venetian this summer. And I've played a ton live overseas in like Europe and stuff, and I've pretty much been blanking a ton since '08. And I finally ran pretty decent, pretty well, and I went deep, and I really thought I was not going to take anything less than top 3 or like 4. And I don't know, these spots just came up, and I just ended up not doing well. So it's kind of a big disappointment. I kind of had bigger hopes for me, but
luckily you're just 21 and you have plenty of time to make your mark on the live circuit.
Yeah, that's exactly what I've been thinking. I mean, I know I played a ton overseas and I've been running bad and blanking a lot, but I just turned 21. A lot more opportunities opened up, and I'm looking forward to really doing well. And this deep run did give me a lot of confidence that, like, I mean, I've only been deep in one other live major, and that was like a year and a half ago when I wasn't very good. And now I just have tons more confidence, and I'm really ready to just like crush. As long as I run decent, I know I will.
All right. Well, we look forward to seeing you on the live tour and getting ready to see your first big score. So, you know, congrats on Bellagio, but you know, we're looking forward to it.
Yeah, well, thank you. I mean, it's kind of bittersweet, but at least it was a decent score to help me balance out my failed summer.
Exactly. All right, well, thanks for joining us on the Online Zone, Anthony, and I'd like to thank you out there watching for joining us as well. Until next time, I'm Julio Rodriguez for Card Player TV.